Hi, this is Mark. I'm back again to talk about the Chun Kil training principles, the second in our series of Chun Kil training principles. Okay, let's get on with it. Pass by the opponent's incoming arm from above without stopping when the countering move has started. Okay, so this is again more on the sort of the technical series, so drilling certain attacks. So when they've begun to counter your bridge-on-bridge contact, you can cross from above. So I think this is best explored in a partner video where I can talk through the movements. But basically it's showing you one of the key ways that you can use some of the Chun Kil applications to assault somebody's bridge when they're trying to play around down. You just continue on over the top. So I imagine situations like the bong sao punch, so transforming your bong sao directly into a punch, just going straight through the bridge. Yeah, it's probably best to look at that one in context. So Lan Sao and Jip Sao put an opponent in danger. So this is just basically saying, again, here are some of the key repeated movements that occur in this form. So you've got Lan Sao, the bar arm, the bridge arm, right, which it could be an elbow, or it could be a solid defensive structure that you can collapse through when somebody is trying to take your line, right? Very, very useful gate. It's often that when people that only know the Sulim Tao play against people that know the Chun Kil, they're suddenly like, oh, I can't take your line anymore. Like my Pak Sao stops working all of a sudden, and this is because of a well-developed Lan Sao, right? And then Jip Sao is like the folding hands, like this. Lots of clever applications for this, forwards and backwards energy at the same time, which is something that's sort of introduced in the Sulim Tao but heavily emphasized in the Chun Kil, where you've got a lot more movements where the hands and the energies are moving in different directions, like the forces are being used in different directions. So just to repeat, Lan Sao and Jip Sao put your opponent in danger, especially if they only know the Sulim Tao. Right. Next one, do not collide with a strong opponent. With a weak opponent, use direct frontal assault. This is one of my favourite ones, right? So this is, again, respect their bridge. If they've got a strong defensive structure and a strong bridge, you can't just slam into it and expect it to work. You're just going to meet force with force, and then you're going to leave yourself open or exposed. Or at the best possible situation, you're not going to be able to attack. You're going to end up in a mutually equal situation. But with a weak opponent, use direct frontal assault, and this is a Won Chong Leong classic. So if their guard is bad, if their defense is not up, just attack, strength to line, just keep punching, right? And the Chun Kil really re-emphasizes that. I like this one as well. A quick fight should be ended quickly, no delay can be allowed. It's almost a repeat of that weak opponent smash straight through principle. So don't delay, don't hold back, don't pull back. Once you continue to attack center over and over again until the fight is allowed, there is no delay, right? Again, this is the fighting principle rather than a training principle. Otherwise, your training partners will not come back. And then the last one, use the three joints of the arm to prevent entry by the opponent's bridge. Jam the opponent's bridge to restrict his movement. Okay, so again, this is a bit more of a technical one as well. So use the three joints of the arm to prevent the entry by the opponent's bridge. Let's look at that one first. So there are three major joints on the arm, right? You've got wrist, elbow, shoulder, right? Wing Chun uses all three of these. Most people strongly emphasize the elbow, and that is heavily emphasized in the Sulim Tao. The Chun Kil extends the range to include the not just the sort of elbow to forearm, this kind of area, but the elbow to shoulder distance as well, and the more extended wrist and finger power as well. So not so much on the fingers though, that's more emphasized in Bilji. So how does this work in practice? Use all three joints of the arm to prevent entry by the opponent's bridge. So it depends upon the range and the positioning. You can use many different joints, many different structures, which you begin to develop in your repertoire after the Sulim Tao to jam the opponent's bridge, right? Jam the opponent's bridge to restrict his movement. So this is capturing centre line, but more than just sort of capturing centre line and just sort of holding the opponent's position, jamming really sort of seizes up and prevents them from moving. So rather than just sort of like a Paxal, you knock off and then I can strike to centre, we're talking about situations where the elbow is used to cut in and restrict the movement, so there they can't move, bang, and then I can strike at the same time. This is much more heavily emphasised in the Chum Kil. So when we do some Chum Kil application videos, we can explore some of these more technical principles because they're best worked through with a partner. Alright, see you next time. Good luck with the training.